We are live. Let's get ready to podcast.
Fire it up.
Welcome back to another live and amplified Indie Fusion podcast. I'm your host, Tom Quiet, and we're back at it again with another amazing podcast. Today, we have a very special guest joining us. We have Jessie Bird. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's Tuesday. We'll put it that way. It's about as a Tuesday as it's going to get. So, but
the Mondayest Tuesday ever.
Right? That works too. That actually works. But excited to have you here. I've been listening to your new song for the last few days, and you got a killer song there. So,
oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to finally have one out on the airwaves and on all the streaming platforms. It's pretty wild.
Nice. And this is your debut single, first thing you've ever put out as a. Is it as a solo artist or as an artist, period?
As an artist, period. It's my first single that I've ever had the courage to put out there. So
nice. You knocked it out of the park with this one. Yeah. So tell us about the song, how long you've been working on it. Kind of give us the background on your new single.
Yeah. So it kind of popped into my brain a couple years ago. It really stems from my own realization that I have a really hard time saying sorry, specifically to my husband. I have a really hard time saying sorry. And I was just kind of jamming away in the living room. And I actually sarcastically thought, like, if this is how sorry goes, when I was writing it, but it's actually true. So I held on to it for a couple years, recorded it on a voice memo, and just kept coming back to it. Right. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, I should really finish this song. Right. And so it was kind of born from that, where a realization. I think a lot of songs are born from that, where you have this realization in yourself, and the mirror is kind of held up in those songs that you write. So yeah.
Nice. And so the name of the song is "If This Is How Sorry Goes," just for anybody out there that wants to give it a listen after the interview. And this is building to a bigger project, correct?
It is. So I've been working on my first EP to release as well. So it's 5 songs that I'm going to be releasing in June, or sorry, May. Well, yeah, June. It's I think the end of May will probably be the time that it comes out. Nice. But yeah, so it's just a 5-song EP that it's a part of. So I'm pretty stoked for this.
Nice. It'll be out just in time for all the summer tour or all the summer festivals and all that stuff. So
yeah, absolutely.
Nice. How long's this entire? I mean, I guess we'll just say the entire project. How long's that kind of been in the works?
It's been in the works for about a year. But before then, like the songs have been kind of sitting there for 2 or more years. So we started really getting the recording done and stuff in October of last year. And now it's finally come to fruition, and it's here, and I'm ready to release it. So it's pretty exciting.
Nice. I'm excited to hear the full EP. Now, will you be doing like physical copies, or will it all pretty much be digital?
I'll be doing both, actually. So digitally doing some single releases. It'll be digitally released as an EP. And then I'll have CDs for people to buy, T-shirts, buttons, stickers. the whole works.
Nice. And what's been obviously this is your first single, but what's been like the biggest learning curve for you? What's been like the hardest thing for you to grasp?
How long the recording process takes.
Really?
That's you kind of think that you just go in there, you you sing, you play, and it's done. But this took, almost, I think, 50 hours
Oh, wow.
altogether. Like the pre-production part of it, but then like the production part of it, and like sing it again, sing it again. Let's do this, but like really, use all your power and your emotion to convey this to the public, right?
Hmm.
So it's I didn't realize that it would take so long to get the recording done. And then the mixing and mastering, I mean, that's a beast in its own, but
Right, right, right. It's only in Nashville can you go in and in one day have an entire song written, mixed, mastered, recorded, the whole shebang. So
totally. Yeah, so it's definitely, I've put a lot of work into this.
nice. Nice. I love it. So how what was kind of the tipping point for you to start releasing music? I know we had talked a little bit offline that you know, this is your first single and about that, but what was kind of like that tipping point where it was like, you know what, it's time to do this?
Yeah, that's a great question. I my husband's also a musician, so on the song actually he's playing lead guitar
Nice.
on that. And each song I've written, he said, man, like other people should hear this. Um, and one of my friends had invited me to an original open stage in the city, and so I started going and I started playing my originals, and people actually liked them. So that was really the tipping point. It was like all these wonderful people in the music community are like, you have something here that people should experience,
Hmm.
right? And that really gave me the courage to do it, because I think I was just kind of hiding behind cover songs. I played in a classic country band for like a whole decade.
Hmm.
I mean, that gave me a lot of inspiration because I love Emmylou Harris, Patsy Cline, Dolly Parton, uh, and so they just kind of gave me a little push,
Nice.
right? The people in my circle. So
Nice.
yeah,
And that's honestly the support you need. Like if you know you got those people in your back corner, it's like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. So
yeah, yeah,
I,
exactly. I felt like, and I still am. I'm still so supported, so encouraged with this new single out.
mhm.
Um, Hearing it on the radio is wild. I heard it today on my drive home from work, so I was just like, "Holy crap, that's me!"
Right. I think it's one thing when you like, because I've seen a lot of musicians doing that thing where they know, like, hey, my song's going to play on a station at this time because it's like pre-programmed or whatever. And so, like, going and hearing that, that's one feeling. But to just kind of naturally hear your song in the wild, so to speak, like you're just driving to work and it's like, oh, okay, like they're actually playing my song. This isn't like a prearranged thing, you know?
No,
So,
no, I mean, as an independent artist, right? I don't have a team of people pushing my song to the radio. I have done all of that legwork myself and reached out to people. And I have wonderful supporters that have like texted different radio station lines and requested the song. And it's, I can't even describe the feeling of hearing that on the radio, just driving in my car, you
right,
know?
right. I feel it. That's so cool. It's got to be an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
Um, so how long had you been prior to releasing your own original stuff? How long had you been doing like the cover gigs and stuff like that?
It really started like in my 20s. Um, because I'm in my 40s now. But it started in my 20s. Um, I mean, I would do like open stages, and I've been singing since I could talk, but playing guitar was a whole other beast. And I started playing guitar in my early 20s.
Hmm.
And so that's when I started doing open stage stuff, cover songs, and like, I'll be honest, it was terrible. I couldn't switch chords fast enough. So, um, and then I was invited on they're called the Bailey Buckaroos.
Hmm.
We have the oldest vaudeville theater in Western Canada here in Camrose called the Bailey Theater. And we would go there every last Sunday of the month. And I did that for 10 years. Um, it's such an amazing venue and amazing patrons that come. They're mostly seniors, but it brings them back in time. So uh, yeah, I had been kind of doing that for a really long time until a couple of years ago when I was like, well, maybe I should write more. I've been writing since I wrote songs when I was in high school and just kind of tucked them away. They were probably bad songs, but I think we won't get to good songs if we don't write bad songs.
Right.
So yeah, so I feel like this has been a long time coming.
Right. You got to get those songs out of the system to make room for good ones or more preferred ones. Yeah. Oh, do you still have some of those original songs, or is it just kind of like they're in the past, they're in a dumpster somewhere?
Well, back in the day, I didn't have a cell phone, right?
Mhm.
So I didn't really record any of them. I'm pretty sure I could probably remember. I think one was called like Raindrops or something.
Nice.
But they're in a dumpster somewhere,
Okay.
probably. Uh, but that's okay.
Okay. So they're acting as fertilizer for somebody's farm right now, essentially.
Exactly. Exactly.
I dig it. I dig it. So, what's kind of the plan moving forward? Obviously, you got your new single out now. People want to go listen to it. The link will be in the description below. Check it out after the interview. But what's kind of the plan as you move towards the release of the EP? Are you releasing one, two more singles, or do you just think one single? Like, where's kind of the thought process at?
Yeah, I think I'll be releasing two more singles
Okay.
out of the five, right? So my next single, uh, it's called Break It, and that's going to be released on May 2nd
Okay.
to all the streaming platforms. So make sure you follow me on Spotify or whatever platform you're on because you will be notified when it
Yep.
releases. And then the next one, The Way Love Goes, that'll be a couple weeks after.
Nice.
So I just really want to keep building that excitement and that momentum towards the like big EP drop. But yeah, so that's my plan.
Nice. I dig it. It's yeah, it's so funny because you said to follow you on Spotify because it'll like notify you when new music drops. But for me, it just kind of buries the music in a playlist, and it's just like I'll be like, especially if there's like been a like if they release the pre-save link like a few weeks ahead of time, or something like a pre-save link or whatever, and I'll pre-save it, and then I kind of forget that that I've already saved it, and I'll be listening to like one of my playlists, and then all of a sudden this like new song I've never heard before just kind of pops up, and I'm like, okay,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they did drop new music. That's my bad. So
Yeah, I know that there's a few streaming platforms that are just a necessary evil,
mhm.
and Spotify is one of them. And it really does make a difference when, like you said, you pre-save it, you add it to your playlist,
Yep.
you follow that person. It makes a big difference for us, and it's so appreciated for artists. So
Mhm. Absolutely. So how often are you playing shows right now? Are you playing pretty? I know you got like a day job and what have you, but are you playing pretty consistently or?
Yeah, I do a couple things. So I have some of my solo gigs. So on May 2nd, I'm playing at a festival called East Cooley Spring Fest.
Nice.
So it's in the Badlands. It's by Drumheller, Alberta. So that one will be super fun. And then the Beaumont Music Festival. That one's awesome. It's purely Canadian. It always has been. So and that one was a cool one because they have like an open mic. And I went and I played, and that night they asked me to play at the festival. So
Nice.
um yeah, so that one's gonna be really cool. It's got like 5440s playing this year. So kind of going back to the 90s
Hmm.
uh music wise. So yeah, and I'm doing some other gigs with some other bands like the Kalen Coalition Band, and Tommy Charles as well. So uh, I love singing harmonies and backups and supporting other artists as well. So I love to do that too. So I'll be pretty busy over the summer, I think.
Nice. And you're primarily staying in Canada, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'm primarily in Canada until other parts of the world want to hear me, I guess.
Fair, fair, fair.
Yeah.
Well, the hope is to help you get some exposure here in the US. And actually, we have a very strong following in the UK, which is beyond me, but it also makes a lot of sense too, because we do have a lot of UK artists out here. So,
Yeah, and I would, yeah, bring me to the UK
yeah,
and the
I-
USA. Let's
right?
go.
We'll bring you down to Texas. We got you. We'll get it figured
Oh,
out.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Actually, a lot of people flinch when I say Texas, and it's like Texas is actually really cool. I like Texas so much. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my husband's been there a couple times and he loves it. And I've never been, so I heard there's some pretty wicked music out there
Mhm.
and a lot of really nice people. So
Yeah, absolutely. It is 100% accurate. So, oh, who are you listening to right now? Who's really got your ear, like as far as like music you enjoy listening to?
Oh, so I got a few. It's almost it's like when people ask you like who's your favorite
Hmm.
artist or something. It's hard to just name one.
Right.
But Carolyn Spence, she's actually from the US. She is one of my all-time favorites, and she's releasing independently now. So there's some really cool music that she's coming out with. Um, I I also love Rose Cousins. I'm listening to her a lot. She's Canada based,
Hmm.
but I just saw her because she's just on a tour right now. Holy smokes! Like bring your Kleenex, that's for sure. But she's amazing. Brandy Carlisle has always been one of my all-time favorites and inspirations. So yeah, they're powerhouses, and I I love listening to their songs, and then how that like inspires me to write more,
Yeah.
right? So that's who's been on repeat for the last little while.
Nice. And now, do you find that they impact or inspire your writing, or is their music more purely enjoyment based?
It's both. They inspire my writing. I mean, Rose Cousins has an album called Natural Conclusions, and when you listen to Break It, when it's released on May 2nd, uh, you might be able to hear the inspiration.
Hmm.
Um, she's That's one of my favorite albums. And the sound that I'm going for as well on my EP is really, I wanted to emulate the sound from a lot of her albums and Carolyn Spence's albums, right?
Nice. Yeah.
Um, my like all time inspiration is probably Joni Mitchell because the majority of my songs on this record are in open tuning,
Hmm.
and and it was totally from watching an interview that she did, and they asked her, like, "Are you afraid you're going to like run out of songs?" And she said, "Oh, well, I'll just change the tuning, and then I have a whole new world of songs." And then I was like, "Huh, I'm gonna try that." And it was like open a whole new world.
Right.
So yeah,
So oddly honest, yet very true at the same time. So
yeah, absolutely.
that's funny. Oh, and then outside of music, obviously you got your day job and whatnot, but what do you like to do to decompress?
Mm, I like to binge watch serial killer documentaries. Um,
What are you
I
watching right now? Let's jump into it.
well, okay, so what I'm watching right now, I guess it's not a serial killer one, but it's called Surface.
Okay.
Um, where she like loses her memory,
Hmm.
uh, and and then the mystery of like figuring out who
Hmm.
she is and stuff. So I'm already in the second season. Like I am fully committed to this
Right.
show.
Right. I've
Yeah.
been I've been on the kick of watching historical there I'll watch like the historical documentaries and then like so basically like the Waco siege, the Oklahoma City bombing and stuff like that. I've
I
been
already watched them. I already
yep.
watched it.
I just watched the new Oklahoma City one that was on HBO Max or Paramount whatever it was on, and
Yeah.
I was just like I didn't even plan on watching it. I didn't know it was out and I was just sitting there I was just like wow, this
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm uh my straight job is I'm a psychologist.
Mm,
So watching those shows I'm just like, how did you get here? Like
right.
that's right. I
Hmm.
really love kind of trying to get myself into their mind, I
Hmm.
guess. It's fascinating and also like terrifying, but
Right.
it's like a car accident.
Oh yeah.
You can't look away.
Oh yeah. My sister, when she was in college, she did her final term paper. She what she studied sociology, I think. Um,
Yeah.
and she was doing like some criminal justice stuff because she thought she was going to go into that side of thing. And one of her final papers, she did a whole character study of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it was
Wild.
just like that had to be the craziest,
Yes,
wildest thing to dive into. So,
absolutely. Well, and I mean, like, just trying to understand the human condition more,
mhm.
right? Even the like shadow side. And that even inspires you to write songs,
Right,
right?
right.
Like everything, everything that we do inspires us somehow to like, oh, I wonder if I should write about that, right? Like the stories you hear or,
Mhm.
so
Right. I'm waiting for you to come out with a EP called like Dark Side, and it's just about all the dark, demented things that you've seen or heard about, or so
okay, it'll be in the works. I'll work on it.
fair.
Dark side.
Fair.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just throw things out there, and it's just like sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. And yeah, oh, I love it. So if anybody wants to follow you on social media, listen to your music, shows, all that fun stuff, where's the best place to find you?
Yeah, so um, I'm probably the most active on Instagram. So you can my handle's Jessie Bird Music. Same as Facebook, it's Jessie Bird Music. You can also go to my website to see my show listing. So
Mm,
www.jessiebirdmusic.com. Those are all the best places to get a hold of me. And then of course I'm on all the streaming platforms as well.
sweet. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for sitting down and chatting with me. Um, Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we will catch you all later.
Awesome. Thanks so much.